How you doing, guys? Welcome to another episode. In this episode, I'm gonna show you something that I did before, but in this case, I'm gonna go more in detail because some people request this. First thing, just let me jack up the car. Jack stands is required. Block the rear tires, and I'm going to show you what I'm about to do. In this case, for a request. Okay, guys. So after you remove the tire, you block the rear tires. Jack and jack stands are required. Because for this one you're gonna put your car in neutral, so you make sure that you block your rear tires because the car might move, and you have to do this. Try to do it where it's level. Okay, so what we're gonna do is try to figure it out a P0706. I did this before. This is related to this part right here, and on that one what we're gonna try to do is, I have a request. Some people, after they saw my video where I fixed that problem with the neutral position sensor, the mechanic, when they replace the sensor, they leave the car in parking. And when you get a brand new sensor, this sensor came on neutral. So what you have to do is put your car in neutral when you replace this sensor. And I already showed you that episode, so I'm gonna put the episode right here so we go directly to the problem. Let's say you get a brand new one and then you replace this one, but your car is in parking, and you put a new one. Your shift lever is gonna be all over the place. So actually, when you put it brand new, you have to put the car in neutral and then remove the sensor. So if you guys know, right there inside is the connector for this sensor. I'm not gonna replace it, I'm not gonna remove it, I'm just gonna show you how to fix that issue. And in this case, if you have that code for your car, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you on the Heinz repair manual. By the way, this is not a sponsored episode, I pay for everything with my own money. Okay, in this case, if you have the sensor and you try to check with your multimeter, you try to check the sensor, you're gonna remove the connector inside, and then I'm gonna leave this right here. So you're gonna check the continuity. If you put the car in park, you have to check the pins 1, 3, and 10 when your car is in park. You put it on reverse, you're gonna have to check number 3 and 9, which is gonna be that one and that one. You put it in neutral, you're gonna check 1, 3, and 8. 1, 3, and 8. It has 10 pins, and you have to check them, all of them, for the continuity. Okay, in this case, I'm not gonna go on detail on this one. I'm just gonna show you this page so you can relate to that if you wanna check the continuity. Okay, this is the cover. You have two 10mm, one in here, one in there. We wanna remove them, and then we wanna get access to the switch. Once you get to those two bolts, remove your cover. Don't drop it like me. And then you're gonna see the switch right there. The switch has another two 10mm. One right here, the other one right here. So if you notice, you are able to loosen up the bolts. If you loosen up the bolts, you're gonna be able to move your sensor. Okay, in this case we're not gonna move it, we don't want to mess with it. I'm just gonna show you how the sensor looks in park and how the sensor looks in neutral. Right now the sensor is in park. You can see right there. So I'm gonna put the car in neutral, and you're gonna see where it's gonna move. So right now the car is in park. Let me put it in neutral. So that's neutral right there. So now you can see the car, the sensor move from this side to the left. Okay, so now let's say you have that problem in the car, it was on park, and they put the sensor, and the sensor brand new is in neutral. Let me show you what to do next. I thought that I was not gonna remove the sensor, but I'm gonna go on deep on how to fix this problem, so I'm gonna remove it. Okay guys, so I removed the sensor. To be honest, that's really easy, but check my other episode so you can see in depth everything that I did. Now we have the sensor in here, and like I said, now the car is in neutral, and I'm gonna open it and show you how to put it back in neutral. So right here you have a couple screws. Let's remove them all. Don't damage your screws, because if you damage your screws, game over. Make sure that you get the right screwdriver for that. Okay, so this is the most important thing that you have to do. You see where this lever is? Right in the middle. So when you move it, it's supposed to click. Once it clicks, I don't know if you can hear that. Okay, once it clicks in the middle, that's neutral right there. Okay, so you can open your sensor, you can move it around, make sure that you put it back in the same place. Right there in the middle, you can see this little notch. You can see this little notch right there. Let me see if the camera can focus on it. See that little notch right there? That's neutral. Your sensor, put it right in between. Your sensor right here has a little like ball, and that one has to be in the middle, right in the middle, in the notch. It's in the middle, and that's neutral. Then you can put the back, this part, put all your screws back in it. Okay guys, so I put all the screws back on it. Okay guys, I already connect the sensor. Now the other thing that you need to do, if you notice, you can move the sensor around. You have to mark your old sensor where it came from, so you can put the other one back in the same place, because if you can see right there, it has a little slot where the ball goes, and you can move it around. I know where my sensor goes. My sensor goes right there. I'm just gonna put my bolts back on. Okay, I'm gonna put the other one. So I just put the bolts not tight all the way. You can see you can move the sensor around. Make sure that you mark it with the Sharpie on this side and on the other one, so when you put a new one, you put it in the same spot. Okay, my sensor is in place. Now the only thing that I have to do is put the cover. It's already connected on top, and installation is pretty much done. The car is still on neutral. So once I finish putting this cover back on and the tire, we're gonna go inside and we're gonna check, see if the shifter and everything works fine, which I believe is gonna do, because basically this in this episode what I tried to cover was that when you put the sensor, guys, remember you have to have the car in neutral, otherwise you're gonna have all these problems. But what I believe is really easy to fix. You can see right there, it took me like 10 minutes just to go to this and open it up and fix it. Actually, fixing this problem is really easy. Another thing that I caused this problem is dirty transmission fluid. Remember, you can change the transmission fluid once in a while, and maybe that's gonna avoid this problem from happening. So that's one of the reasons too when you have dirty transmission fluid. Now this is done. What you can see is really easy. Now let's go to the car and see if everything is working fine. Okay guys, so car is still in neutral. I'm gonna put it in park and start the car. Ooh, I need to change the oil already. But you guys already know. I already did that before, show you how to reset the light. So to show you how to reset the light, it's a little short video. I'm gonna put it right here. It's gonna tell you what to do, change the oil and reset the light. Okay, so now the car is in park. You can see right there. I'm gonna move it to reverse, neutral, drive, third, second, first. You can see everything works fine. That's the way to fix this problem, guys, and you can see it's really easy. So guys, I hope you like this episode. I hope this is helpful for you, and if you have any questions, please comment down below. And once again, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you like this video, share this episode, like this episode, and I see you in the next one, guys. Peace.